You guys have seen a lot of programming from this? Well, maybe you haven't. The last time we had any kind of thing where we sat down, I think it's been like 2 years. We'll be more consistent now. There's a new leaf at the company. And it's under new management.
Because we're brand new people. If you knew us 2 years ago, you don't know us anymore. I've picked my nose. And no one can stop me. We're not as young as we used to be.
Does that have to do with anything?
All that maneuvering.
Exhausting.
My calf leg is cramping. My shoulders are sore.
I'll have to make sure.
It looks like.
So, here I am talking to both screens, I guess. I don't know. Hi. I'm going to talk to this one because this one's actually showing the liquors, so if you'll pardon me over here. Hi. So this is what we're going to be sipping on. You'll be able to see it throughout the video, but I thought I'd give a proper introduction to each of them. This is not a sponsored video. We bought these with our own money about 15 minutes ago. 15 studio minutes ago, meaning it's been 3 hours. So this, you saw, well, I'll insert the clip here.
We're going back to the house. Shoo. We're going this way.
So you saw that. This is what? How do I say this? This is sake, and then these are 2 sojus. I've had this one before, and I've had this brand before in peach, and I believe I liked it, but I can't remember. It's been a while. And then this is my favorite sparkling water ever. It's got no sugar, no nothing, but it's pure flavor. And on to the program.
Hi, welcome to Jotted Illustrations. What we're going to get into is,
These drinks.
Yeah. So, I tried to bring something different to this intro, and I just felt like I was,
Let's start with filling our glasses. So, we'll start. She has these great little coasters.
I'm getting such classy bottles lately.
And here's one more thing we didn't get to introduce earlier, is the drunken whale. I'll fill up these glasses while she's doing that. This one's on me, editor. Shake it up.
Hey, let's get back to us, editor.
They did it.
Anybody can do that. Bomb. No, my way was best.
She won't be drinking any soju, but I will.
I'd like to try some though. Just give
I
me
can
a
have
swig.
some out of my glass. I wanted to get the sound, like ASMR. Let's introduce what we're doing here. What we're doing now is a segment, and it's called In Our Room. It's not always going to have liquor involved, but we thought we'd break open the show with some liquor. Today's topic is drinking.
I don't even, well, you know, a legal age of
21.
21.
That's the legal age of drinking.
That's when everyone should start in the United States of America. I understand.
I'm going to be honest. I started drinking the minute I turned 18. And we were off into college. There was a bar, I'm not gonna out the bar. It's where everyone used to go and get small pints, but you could only pay in cash. I'm assuming because the owner didn't want a paper trail. And then when I turned 19, we started driving a little farther because that place got a little too hot. I won't name other people that were involved. It was just me and the people I was drinking with. So I'll say 18.
I don't. It would have most likely been Guinness. I snuck it when I was smaller. I don't think I snuck it successfully, but I did sneak a taste in there. Because I wanted to see what all the adults were drinking. And then I was like, because everybody kept saying, you can't have that. Of course, because you're a child. But I was just like, why not? Snuck in there, had a sip. Never again. Did not drink until I was legally 21. And then I had Guinness. And then I was like, hey,
Did you get it now?
I get it now.
I get it now. My first was Paul Masson. Your boy brought it.
I always thought that was pronounced basin.
It probably is. We'll leave that there. Because it was a social activity. It was lots of fun. Made me less shy at gatherings. Especially because I had a lot of gatherings. This is going to sound a little sad, but at a lot of gatherings, the people I went with kind of disappeared because they were more social than I was, so they knew more people. And so I always end up kind of being not on their fault. It's just because it's a party. Okay, so people come there and they're talking with other people. I didn't know how to start conversations because I was like overthinking how to start the conversation. And when I drank, I didn't overthink. Anyway.
And I did not yawn because I was tired. It's a lack of iron. Anyway.
What is this?
Well, my reason was point blank. I wanted to try all of those drinks I wasn't allowed to try that I later, as I grew up, figured out because it was alcohol. I just wanted to try all of those drinks, but it was really just relegated to Guinness and Heineken, and I loved Guinness. Did not care for Heineken. Why do I drink now? Because I just find it very enjoyable, and I like the looseness that it gives me at certain times, especially when I'm watching TV or certain shows.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to have a drink with the people.
The show Casually Comics. I love watching her series when I am inebriated. I will binge watch everything.
It's a very fun series.
It is that playing in the background.
It's a
and
lot of
all
fun.
y'all are drinking.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
I literally drink now because of that same thing. I don't like being in a bad mood when I start drinking. That's one thing I never liked to do. Also, as I eat more age, I've been thinking like, I also like when there's something like emotional, like an emotional movie, a good drink. Just be like,
you
really
understand.
Incorrect. It's setting a mood. It's no longer just a mood alleviator. Alcohol sets a mood. As I'm older, I drink more calmly. I drink in calmer settings, mostly at my house.
And also, one thing I like to do is watch area-specific shows to area-specific alcohols. So if I have a Sapporo or something, my favorite thing to do is have Sapporo ramen and beer and anime. And if it's a lifestyle anime, it's better because you just get to be in a moment.
I'm gonna open this watermelon and see what it tastes like with the apple. It's gonna be like a fruit cocktail. Oops. What'd you say? That aftershot tasted like there's that old it's old and it's like a bunch of colors and you eat it, just taste it like that. We used to let it melt a little bit so it kind of turned into a little juice, but then it still got the ice in there. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I remember that. That's what that tastes like.
Of them on the internet.
Yeah, it tastes like these.
Recently it's been at home. In the past it's just been at different parties. It was a nice moment for me to take advantage of to expound my go out. Some people do that with different traveling, or some people do that with concerts or timeshares. They're like, oh, I have an experience I want to create or grab for myself. I do that with drinking. I will go and find a place that has a bar or something, and I'll just experience the place. Just pick one at random. Recently and not recently. Recently in the sense of 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years?
5
10 years was with you before 21.
Full age of
21.
21. That's when everyone should start in the United States of America. Extra bracket.
I would say now I drink more at home, and this is before quarantine. But in the past, I also drank a lot at my house, but more so at someone else's house or at a club / lounge / bar. It was somewhere in between a lounge and a club. What? It's a little heavy. You want to crack your thing open?
Yeah.
This is about drinking. He's gonna open the drunken whale. Let's get a little ASMR noise. ASMR corner. Back in the day, I've gone through a couple favorite drinks. There was one point in time where me and one of my best friends would not put the Southern Comfort down. We had to have Southern Comfort at all times. Before that, Seagram's, because it would come in this big plastic jug. So gin was something that really hit hard for a while. Actually, that was after Southern Comfort. Oh, For a while, the thing that topped all those things for me was tequila. Patron. It was two drinks. Tequila, and then Absolute was a big fave among me and my friends for a while. We drank probably every single kind of Absolute there was. We used to like go out and look for different kinds. But my favorite was, who was that brand? They had, I'm gonna find the picture and I'll put it here. I used to have a red bottle and there was a blue bottle. My favorite was the blue bottle.
I feel like I liked sake, and IPAs are a type of beer. It stands for Imperial Pale Ale. However, my favorites are also brown ales, like Abbey ales.
Downton.
Any quads, stouts, not any. Some of the cream ones kind of mess me up. I go for the heavy stuff, I go for the strong stuff. To me, the stronger the beer is, the better it tastes.
So you like beers.
But I also like a wider range of Japanese beers. And I only say that simply because they're not as heavy as what I typically go for, and they're not as light as what I would not go for at all. They're a nice little in-between, and they still have the flavor there. I found out much later that I liked white wine, but a very specific type. It's a Chardonnay, and it has to be an old school Chardonnay because apparently those are the only type that are buttery. And I like buttery Chardonnays.
I don't like wine at all. Drinks and food. Drinks and more drinks. I'll incorporate food because of habit. When I was with other people, they did like eating, and I was more just like, drink until you die. Having food is nice, and it was a communal thing to me. But most of the time I'm not doing that because of the types of drinks I like to have. When I started drinking soju though, soju seems to go really well with food, and maybe that's because over there that's what they do. Yeah. In America, it's an option. For Cameroonians also, drinking and snacks is also a thing. But we have things like ground nuts and like corn and chin chin and
like you have some kind of meat snack.
Yeah,
like
maybe a soya. Or like in America though, people have hot wings a lot with their liquor. That's a very popular thing. Any kind of finger food. So hot wings, pretzels,
chips,
nuts, chips, especially chips and dip.
Oh, hot dogs.
When I was younger, pizza.
Yeah,
drunk as a mug.
I don't think people really understand how American snack foods, they treat it like a meal. And American meals look very, very different.
Yeah, American meals are very different from
a hot dog is a snack.
A lot of these foods you're looking at are things that people are eating because of liquor. Beer. That was a real sneeze. You said chew. A drinking culture in America, right? You'll have beer, hot dogs, beer, pizza, beer, hot wings, beer, the like nachos, any other chip and dip and just bring chips and dip. People with wine,
like different things with different alcohol.
Yeah, it depends on what
with
you're
wine
gonna have.
You get a lot of meat plates, like meat slices and cheeses and crackers,
or
like
you have to have cheese slices, crackers,
those little baby carrots and baby celery
like a veggie
sticks.
platter.
There's always a veggie platter there.
Baby tomatoes,
little pitayas, and those.
Pitas?
Yeah.
Pitayas. That is the dragon affair. You'll be plating that when you want your fruit plate to be exotic.
Fruit plate with wine.
Right. So there's a lot of different foods that I think Americans eat with their meals. So when I heard people saying that they don't really eat what they drink, I was like, I don't really know if you're paying attention. Like, I think it's a personal preference, really. I think that's everywhere, though.
The only time I would say Americans have a drinks and more drinks is when it's straight liquor. Like hard alcohol, you don't really eat with that.
You're going hard in with drinks like that, you've already ate. And you didn't eat too much because one, then it takes longer for the liquor to absorb in your system. Two, you don't really want to throw up.
It just gets messy when you do that.
Drink lots of water while you're drinking. That's one thing I never did until much more recently. For every glass of liquor, I drink at least a glass of water. The whole reason the hangover hurts so much the next day is because you are severely dehydrated. You know how when you start pissing through the night, everything starts coming out clear? That's every liquid leaving your body. You've got to put that back. I guess these aren't drinking tips. They're more like hangover tips.
Hangover prevention tips.
If you back up.
Part of drinking.
Yeah. Take 2 pain medicines before you go to sleep with a full 16-ounce bottle of water. That will help. I think the most common one everyone knows, if you don't know it, then here you can hear it. Don't mix lights and darks. So if you don't know the difference between lights and darks, find those out first.
As my drinking tips would be, there's this one. Be careful with these words.
Oh my god.
Because it's a pill. It's an over-the-counter thing.
Yeah, we saw it inside the Yes.
Yeah. Like it's called Smart something.
Smart Party?
I think so.
Party Smart.
No, I think it's Smart Party. It's herbal, so if you're vegan or if you're a naturalist, this is not outside at all. Everything
Is
in
it
it.
vegan? The capsule's not gelatin?
I don't think so.
Put that information here.
Yeah, but definitely if you're a naturalist, it comprises entirely of plants. When you take it, and I tested this out for myself, you will not get a headache. However, that is the only thing you won't get. I have another tip, is for beer drinkers. Look at the percentage of what you're drinking. Note the kinds of things that will give you a headache. If it's stoutier, sometimes, depending on the kind of stout, a lot of Russian stouts get very syrupy. They're also very strong and also taste very heavy. Usually the heavier the drink is, or the sugarier it tastes, it's going to give you a headache faster. Coming down from it, you want to drink a little bit of it or stay in its brand range. So say it's Abbey's or Abbey ales that give you, or quad ales that give you a headache. Drink a lighter percentage ale and keep it within the same color range.
I've just recently started drinking beer. I feel like I should be taking notes.
If you drink a brown ale, just get a light red ale and you should be okay when you're coming down from it. Just go down in the percentage, stay within your spectrum. If you're in stout land, stay with stouts. Like, so you have 1 or 2 glasses and you're already feeling it. Don't take another one.
Knowing when to stop is the biggest tip. Early 20s, I had no idea when to stop. I used to just be like, I gotta keep this buzz, and then next thing you know, I'm like waking up. So we've all had those nights.
We have
some of us more often than others. That's just you not understanding your body. I'm gonna stop drinking the Sunhari. It's just so sweet. We're gonna crack open the good old Gin Roll 24.
Also, allow yourself to become sober. Not just before going to sleep, but even to lengthen your time of how you want to drink. You're going to switch up drinks. Don't do it, but if you're gonna do it, let yourself become sober
will always
first.
do what they want to do.
And then drink that other drink after you had some water.
Allow yourself to sober up before you go to sleep. You're not going to be able to sober up, then sleep, and then get where you need to go in the morning. Don't go to sleep. And then let the drunk leave you. And then by the time you crash later that night, you're fine. It's not the healthiest thing for your body, but neither was binge drinking the night before.
And if you're gonna go out drinking and you know it's select days where you're gonna do that, and you can call in sick days the day of, do it. Guess what? You're not
sick.
Lying.
You're sick. People try to make you feel guilty, but it's your sick day. You didn't call in with their sick day. It's your sick day. If you couldn't use it when you were sick, what you supposed to do with it?
Period.
Depending on your job, there's no one who's going to fire you that quickly over some sick days.
Ever.
If they were going to do that, they was going to fire you anyway. So
they
don't
were
ever
trying
think
to fire
they were
you.
waiting for a reason to fire you.
And they use your sick day.
Don't ever think that you can't use the days you're given to take off. Don't feel bad. Hang in there. My upper lip sweating. But besides that, falling asleep. I used to like go in a bathroom and fall asleep. It's not a normal fall asleep. It's a sleep you don't know it happened. It's like a mini blackout. So that, but it's like, is that a weird habit or is it a bad one?
A little bit of that. I relentlessly will have a good time. If I'm happy, we're gonna stay there on the edge. The minute somebody starts being annoying, I go, sweet. Anyone that
very
interrupts
excitable.
That,
she was really high tension when she gets drunk.
Because I'm like, so I will talk to anyone and everyone. And
to me,
everyone.
I think that's the marker of a good time. If you're gonna say weird habit, it's like weird, something that's out of character for that person.
Yeah, I go out of my way to talk to people.
And that is completely out of character for her. So, that's it for today's episode. This is the damage. Not much. I just couldn't anymore with this Sunhari. Thanks for watching. See you next week. We just cracked this open.
I don't know if it makes a difference of what you can see.
I'm gonna continue drinking this off
Games.
camera. Oh,
That.
Why'd you stop like a velociraptor?
No matter with this game, because the cards are going to be face down.
The whole time? How
Yeah.
will we see?
We're not going to see.
Only you see. Okay, go ahead. Then you can even go further if you're feeling confident. Can you bluff the people when you
No,
turn it over?
I think that's making it way too complicated. Just turn it over. Turn it over. We
There you
both
go.
see.